Alter Rebbe, and he said that's Yira. If you have that type of Yira, that type of awe, then you don't come to do things that way. But you always ask yourself, what would Hashem really want here? What does Hashem really want for this particular? And therefore, if you don't know, then you'll find out from the Shulchan Aruch, or you talk with your Mashpia, you talk with a Rav, you'll find it. You want to find, you become guided by a line which tells you, I'd like to do it Hashem's way. I want to do it this way. Yeah? I might be a little bit difficult for you at the beginning, but later it will pay off as such unbelievable dividends that you'll realize that it was just the only way it could have been. It couldn't have been otherwise. Yeah. For example, I was just now at a brit. I went a long way. It was the person I went. He was tremendously thrilled that I came. And he sort of thanked me. I said, you mustn't thank me. It couldn't have been otherwise. I can't imagine in my wildest mind that I wouldn't have come. So there's no thank you for that. That's just how that's the way it's supposed to be. Well, I mean, after a while you become that way with all matters. It just has to be the way Hashem wants it. And then it's a different life altogether. And you don't get mixed up with the skins and with, how do you call it, with the other sides of the street. If you're going the right way, you're going on a good pathway. Praise Hashem. Okay, so that's it. Whenever you learn a certain portion in Tanya, you always feel as if you've learned everything you need to know. What do we need to go further for? We already know. we learned everything. But Tanya is like that. It's very like that. Everything the Alter Rebbe says is part of the whole continuation of his great work, and yet it's like a whole world with now. It's like a whole world of its own. And then he built further another world for you. That links up with what he had in mind, and who knows? We can never really know what is the future. But we've just learned a whole world, a whole lifetime. If you only knew that, you could be an Elohim. I remember my Mashpia used to say to me, sometimes you learn a piece of a Maimon, and he said, well, that's it. That's my whole life. If I could just be like that, that would be my whole life. So what do we need to learn further for? Because, you've got to know other things as well. But every part of a Maimon is really a lifetime in its own. And so it's like that with Tanya. So now we started with something new. What is the new thing? The Alter Rebbe is going to now ask or he's going to say an amazing thing, which leads him ultimately to a question. What he's going to say is, in Cain, we've discussed here these things called levushim. And what are these levushim? They are the Torah mitzvahs. They are the oisias and the letters of the Torah mitzvahs, action, speech, and deed of the Torah, the way it is in practicality, that dress up your essential powers. Yeah? So he said, they seem to be more outward and less important than the essential powers, because they're only garments. But he said, they are the most essentially great aspect of your soul. Because since they are Torah mitzvahs, and they're essentially connected, and they are really Torah mitzvahs, then there's nothing higher than that. The way to Hashem is through them, and not through the powers of your soul. What you can gain through the powers of your soul is only what a mensch could possibly gain. What can he ultimately gain? But if you go through these levushim into Torah mitzvahs, then you find the Torah and the Evisha all one. So what he's going to say is, definitely for these outward garments, that's the way to find Hashem. That's the way to unite. Absolutely. Which means that learning Torah and doing a mitzvah, or talking about an Indian in Kedusha, or talking about an Indian mitzvah, well, that's the way to really meet up with him, with the infinitesimal, unlimited Eivishter. That's the way to connect with him. Just your own souls, your own reasoning, and your own, you're never going to make it. But through them, through those relations, that's what we're going to sing. Praise Hashem. So, hopefully in the next episode we'll deal with that. Praise Hashem. Praise Hashem. start to